Hello there, welcome back again. Now you can hear some kettle noise in the background, and obviously I'm not at a motorbike showroom because I did say I was going to get the camera out when I got to the motorbike showroom. That kettle's getting noisier. So what happened? I've got the bike. The bike's obviously now at home. Why didn't I record? One, I'd got my mum and my stepdad taking me to pick the motorbike up, and they were waiting there while I got all the paperwork done, and got my sense sorted to get on the bike to come home. They did leave before I were ready because I thought they was going to follow me back just to make sure I'm okay. So with those waiting for me, I thought it really unfair if I decided, right, I'm going to get the GoPro or even record on the phone or tablet and edit and do that to make a video of the bike shop and keep them waiting. It would have been nice to have a walk around because there was quite a few bikes there. So yeah, I got the bike and riding home, I'll swap hands because my arm's dropping dead. Because with GoPro, it's easy. You've got a selfie stick. You can just rest your arm somewhere, and you've got yourself in the shot. Riding home, I will admit, I'm absolutely terrified. I was telling myself, "What are you doing? I think I'm going to die. I'm going to fall off." I constantly thought that because it's a big bike. Because it's a brand new tyre on the front. While I was still in Sheffield, coming out of Sheffield, just looking, you've got to, when you're riding a bike, you've got to look for everything. Gravel on the road, diesel on the road, manholes, things like that. All these things you've got to look out for. Then you've got to look up and look at traffic. And at one point, I got very close to the back of a lorry. And I don't mean crawling forward neither, so that were a bit of a scary moment. Sort of shake yourself up, concentrate on what you're doing. And for parts of the journey back home, I did enjoy it, and then some parts I didn't enjoy it. Now, one thing I will say is I put the adjustable hand guards on. And what I'm saying is, one thing I'll say is they absolutely made no difference. So, sorry, hand guards. I said hand guards, didn't I? I mean hand levers for the clutch and front brake. I spent an extra £40 buying some adjustable ones on eBay, and they made no difference at all. So it was still grabbing the clutch lever with my fingertips, which didn't feel good. Because it's like, what? If it's not right, it's just not right. But before I set off down here this morning, because I am now in Devon, North Devon, at Stockwell Lodge, Stockwell Lodge, bed and breakfast, I quick had a look at the levers, and I think I can adjust it. I can make it better. I can make it better a little bit very quickly by just filing off the adjusting lever. I'll have to show you. When I get home and I do it, I'll probably do a video explaining what I've done in case you buy this bike or you buy these levers and they don't give you the adjustment that you were looking for. There's two different bits on the adjustable part that I can file to bring it in a little bit. And then if that isn't satisfactory, you can do some more. You'd have to take the lever apart. You don't have to take it all off, but I'll do a video on it showing what I'm doing to try and improve it. I noticed some noise with the bike, and I put it on the Honda nc700x group on Facebook. Somebody else said he had the same. He thought it was front tyre or wheel bearings. So it could be that, because the screen that come up, I put my hand on the top of it, I nervously let go, and I put my hand on the top, and I'm like, no, that didn't alter the noise. But I noticed it gets quieter when I'm going slower. So it possibly is generated noise coming straight up through the fairing from the front tyre, possibly. I don't think it's engine noise, because you won't get two separate noises from the engine. Okay, apologies if I'm not making much sense. I've had a long drive. I've only had one cup of tea this morning at 6 o'clock. I've now got another one that I'm just waiting for it to cool off. So yeah, apologies if I'm waffling on and not making much sense. A lot worse than normal. Of course you would get two engine noises. If you've got the normal running of the engine and then you've got some knocking or something like that, of course you'll get two. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, back to the video. The engine sounds a really nice winding engine. There's this other noise is a bit loud and that, so it probably is tyre noise, or it's wind noise coming up through the fairing, which I can't do anything about. But with the rest of the traffic noise, I've definitely got to wear earplugs the next time I go out on the bike. Around when I got back into Mansfield, it was fine around there, but doing sort of like 70, 60, 50 miles an hour, it was quite noisy with this extra noise. So it possibly could be the way it scoops up the front of the fairing and comes straight up directly at you. So yeah, I want to adjust the levers. Even though I've got heated grips, I want to put hand guards on, because even though the centre of my hand was nice and warm, even though I only had them on medium heat, the fingertips were very cold yesterday. It would have been about 1 degree, something like that. So the hand guards would keep the wind chill off the outside of my hand. I want to put a touring screen on, a taller screen, so that takes the wind straight over the top and it's not hitting you in the helmet and chest. I'd like to put crash bars on and then put some extra lights on. Now, by the time I did get home, because I visited Two Wheel Centre in Mansfield Woodhouse, and I bought a new jacket. It's a bit of a thing. I bought a new jacket, but they got to send it back because where the stitch for the back protector to go in has not been stitched right on this particular jacket, and that was the only one they had in that size. So I says, right, I'll pay for it. Just order me another one and I'll have it next week. So I'm getting a bigger jacket, a back protector in it because they're extra on these ones. I bought some waterproof trousers ready for tomorrow's adventure with the postal bikes. What else did I get? Oh, and I got a chain foot bike, because when I bought the bike, they'd got reduced chains at Sheffield, Oxford chains, for like £30. They won't even chuck one in with bike. They won't do anything other than the bike. They won't knock any money off or anything. They just made out that, oh, we've paid for a new tyre and a key. Like, that's an extra. Well, really, they shouldn't have sold the bike anyway with a bald tyre. So they had to do that anyway. And the key, really, from a dealership, you would expect 2 keys as well. And saying that about the key, when I got home last night, I checked the key and it looked like it had literally been stood on and ground across the floor. Now, the business is called Via Moto in Sheffield. So it's just lucky I was a locksmith. I went to the bike, tried the key, and it would not go in. And I could see why it wouldn't go in, because there's a channel down the middle of the key, and the brass, with it being ground on the floor or wherever they've ground it, it just looks like the floor. It had folded the brass over, and I wasn't going to force it in my ignition or my trunk lock because it would damage the lock. So, because I'm a locksmith, I've got my key files out, filed the key, works okay. It's not 100%, it's not as good as the genuine key, but it's okay. So I'll just use the genuine key and keep the extra key as a backup. Yeah, I think that's all I've got to say on the matter. So I'm going to have my cup of tea and then I'll get the GoPro and we'll head off to the beach and I'll probably do a little bit of recording there. I won't be having the GoPro camera mounted on the motorbike tomorrow. I didn't bring the mount. I might do a bit of recording at some points. I might take it with me if I can fit it in the rucksack. But tomorrow I'm going to be enjoying the adventure. There's other videos out there of off-roading with Nathan and his postal bikes. Teapot1, a moto vlogger, he did a video, so you can check that out, and I think there might be a couple of others. So anyway, get this cup of tea, I'm spitting feathers. Take care and I'll see you soon. Hi there everyone, so here I am. I've made it down to North Devon, to Barnstable, I think it's right, or no, Braunton. Barnstable is the next biggest town. So I've made it down here to the lodge, and this is my room. There was one room, because I was the first to ring up and speak to Nikki, who runs Stockwell Lodge. She said there was one room that had an ensuite, and that luckily was a double bed. So and as I was the first person to ring up, I got the room. So I'll show you the room. It's really nice. So I've got the phone in selfie mode, so obviously everything will be the opposite way round. I could get the GoPro out. I did bring it with me. So nice little telly, table near window. Got the front window with the view of the driveway. So in a minute I'm going to get off. I'm going to make a cup of tea because I've only had one drink today at 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's now 20 to 2. So yeah, it's a single bed, because when I came around the door I was like, what? That's no double. But yeah, I've got the double here, so I'll get a comfy night's sleep, which will be great for tomorrow. I've just opened this door. The light was on, I think, or I might have put the light on. Oh, lack of water, brain not thinking, working. Okay, so lovely bathroom. Got a shower. And towels there, because I did call to ask as well if I needed towels, and Nikki said, no, I don't need towels. They'll be here. So there's 2 towels there, so I can get freshened up. Yeah. So, hold it up that way. I'd have been better off having this in the other way around, or even just doing it with GoPro. So, tea and coffee making facilities. I'm going to get a much needed cup of tea next. I'm guessing this is just like, yeah, wardrobe. So, I'm going to leave all my motorbike gear in the back of the van, and in the morning when we've had breakfast, I'm going to speak to Nathan and say, can I just pop round it van, because with all the gear on, I'm going to struggle walking that far. So yeah, that's what I'm going to ask. So yeah, I'll see you later. Bye for now.